The work of Leonor Antunes consists of 3 works that actually structure the layout of the rest of the gallery. And it's very typical, I think, of Leonor's work in that her sculptures function as a kind of architecture. This is not so unusual because architecture, in particular a history of modernist architecture, is a continuing interest in her work. And many of the references that are contained, particularly within the 3 sculptural ensembles by her here in the gallery, refer to a specific architectural example, which is that of a villa, Villa 1023, designed by the architect Eileen Gray in the south of France in the 1920s. What we find with these works by Leonor is a coming together of a rather strict formal organization in terms of a progression, of a repetition of forms. It's a language in sculpture that we might associate with a history of minimal art. In particular, Carl André, particularly in the works by Leonor that are actually laying on the floor that suggest paving stones, while they relate to a specific element of the modernist villa by Gray, they also make a definite reference to this other history. What she's doing with these works is bringing together different histories, but then producing something that is fresh and contemporary. I think there's a thoughtful reflection in the work that comes out in her choice of materials and in the way that the works are actually constructed. Through this narrative of materials, we might understand or think about the idea of tradition, of craft, of the notion of making, and of its different moments in history, and particularly at this moment today when so much is produced digitally in an age of the post-industrial, that we find in a work an approach and a sensitivity to materials that touches us in a very tactile way as well as an intellectual way.